back. Happy Friday night. I'm going to be doing ranking my favorite sigils from the notable houses of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. So I didn't get obviously every house, but I got the more notable ones from both shows, primarily Game of Thrones. But see what you guys think, and let me know if you agree with my rankings or not. So first one we have is this looks like House Clegane. It's just three dogs, three black dogs on a yellow shield. Pretty basic. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, so we'll just go C tier for it. Next we have the Martells of Dorne, which is the sun with a yellow spear cutting through. Obviously, Sun Spear is the capital of Dorne. This looks cool. I like the colors. The design is very different. It's obviously kind of Mediterranean. That's the parallel that's drawn. Uh, I like this definitely more than Clegane, so I would say I'll put it in B. Next we have the Karstarks, which this one makes no sense to me. The Son of Winter is kind of arbitrary. I don't know, is this like a snowflake? I don't know what the Son of Winter could be. It's kind of just this big circle with, I mean, it's a white sun pretty much, but I do not like it, so it's going in D tier. House Dane, this one's pretty cool. The colors are super unique, which I think is why I really like it. It's obviously as the Sword of the Morning and a shooting star, which I believe the sword is made from the material of a falling star. I think that's the lore behind it. I'm not entirely sure, but if I remember correctly from the show. This definitely, I would say, B tier, and I do like it more than the Martells, so I'll put it ahead of them. House Mormont. This one's cool. I like the green, like kind of this emerald green. It's got the bear on its hind legs. It's very, it's just one of the primal animals, an apex predator. It's nothing crazy, not too much detail, but definitely looks pretty good. So go C tier. The Greyjoys. This is a yellow crack, or technically it's a golden kraken on a black shield. To me, this is sick. I think this kraken looks super cool with like the two tentacles like that protrude out on the sides. I don't know, it looks super menacing. I would say this is A tier for me. House Frey, this sucks. I'm just gonna put it in D tier. I don't really want to go into detail about it. The Tullys, kind of basic. It's just a fish. I don't know, I'm not know what kind of fish, but I think the colors look really cool. Obviously, the ocean blue, and then like this beige red. I assume it's supposed to be like a sun, contrasting with the sea, and then obviously a fish jumping out of the water. Really unique. I do like it. In House of the Dragon, especially, it looks really good on the armor. And obviously, they had a better budget, so everything was printed a little more vibrantly. So I'm gonna put this in B tier. Next is House Bolton. This is just the flayed. I mean, this just X'd out body of a flayed guy on a black background. I mean, this sucks. This is probably my second least favorite to the Karstarks so far. For me, the biggest thing is it's it's more so just what they're known for. It doesn't speak to the significance of their house, which I guess makes sense because they didn't fare that well in Game of Thrones. But anyway, next is House Tarly. This one, when I first saw it in Game of Thrones, I didn't know what I was looking at because the archer, the silhouette of the archer is just red. There's no detail on the actual guy. So when you look at it from like a guy standing far away with a shield or it's on someone's breastplate, you really can't tell what it is. But when you do get closer, it does look good. The olive green is super interesting. It reminds me of the Reach, so I mean it makes sense. Kind of like a southern olive green, and then the red is pretty cool. I wish we saw it on armor, like a Tarly soldier, but we never really saw that. We just saw it on banners and I think some shields. So I would say this is B tier for me. I think it's pretty good. Here we have the first major House of the Dragon one. This is House Velaryon, not a Valyrian, Velaryon. The Lord of the Tides and the House of Driftmark. This is super cool to me. This like pastel navy hybrid blue with the seahorse mutant. It looks super menacing, actually. It at first glance it looks like a lion because it has the mane flowing on the back of its head. I would definitely say this is. I'm wavering between A tier and S tier, but when I look at this compared to the Greyjoy one, I think this does look better. So I'm gonna go S tier for it. Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Next is Baratheon. Specifically, this is Robert Baratheon's sigil, the uh, black stag on the gold shield. I loved this. I remember in season one of Game of Thrones, and obviously in the intro they have it at the forefront of the crown. I think it looks super good. It's super simple. Uh, the antlers are ginormous, which is probably what makes it even more noticeable. So I really like it. So I'm gonna go. I'll go A tier. House Tyrell. This is. I'm pretty sure this is just a yellow rose, yellow flower. Pretty lame. I like their house, but their sigil's pretty underwhelming considering how rich they are and their sphere of influence. So I mean, it's probably put it in front of C. Kind of underwhelming for a house of their notoriety. And then we have Stark. This one is probably one of the most iconic for most people, at least. Hot take, not a huge fan. It's just a silver direwolf. Uh, the details are cool. The fur, the teeth. It's all very distinguishable. I don't know what the background color is. If they went for like a dark blue, or it's almost like hints of green. So I'm not too sure what it is. It looks good. I'll probably put it B tier. I think it's better than Tarly, but I don't think that's saying a ton. So yeah. Next we have the High Towers, another major house from uh, House of the Dragon. I do like the High Towers. Obviously, I'm Team Green, so it's just the Old Town uh, tower with the green flame. You know, obviously when the tower lights green, they're going to war. So this is their wartime variant, I guess. I do really like the look of it. It's obvious there's nothing crazy going on, but it does look really good, especially when you put it on that royal green on their armor or on their banners. Looks really good, so I would say this is back of A tier for me. Now we have the heavy hitter. This is the classic Targaryen. This is the red dragon on black. This is the three-headed, two-legged dragon, the classic look. I mean, this is, you know, whatever you think of the Targaryens, this sigil's probably, you know, the most known in the Game of Thrones universe. I love it. I would say it's front of A tier for me for sure. Not quite S tier. I don't know why I went up there. Not quite S tier because it's just not that unique compared to the Velaryons. But standing alone, it's about as perfect as you can get for a sigil. And the last one is obviously the Lannisters. I have bias towards them. They are my favorite house. It's the lion. It's the symbol of, you know, being the alpha, the top dog, the leader, the most feared animal in the realm, metaphorically speaking. The gold, the scarlet red, it looks amazing. So my bias is going to help with my opinion, but I'm going to put it in S tier. Now, for the sake of just pure comparison, it's not better than the Velaryons, but it's it's definitely better than the A tier ones in my opinion. And again, I know I'm a little biased, but sue me. Sorry. So yeah, this is I would say this is my 99% confidence ranking of the major house sigils. Again, I'm sorry if I miss some. I looked for the 20 or so most famous ones that I can think of. I'm sure there's a few I missed maybe from House of the Dragon. I think I got all the main ones from Game of Thrones. But yeah, this is it for this episode, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.